Hi, I'm Jim Clark, President and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of America. I'm excited to invite you to a very special event, the Boys and Girls Club of North Mississippi's annual Dance Like the Stars Gala. It's a great time and a great event, and I can speak from experience. Several years ago, I was one of the participants, so I know you're going to enjoy this. It's happening on Saturday, July 19th at 6:30 p.m. at the Cadence Bank Arena. Visit www.bgcnms.org to get your tickets, and we'll see you at Dance Like the Stars.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor, and it has been a dry but hot day all the way around today. So if you've not gotten a chance to enjoy the dry conditions, well, you might have missed your shot for at least the next couple of days. We are tracking more of that moisture moving in as we head further into the next couple of days. So good news for temperatures over the next couple of days because of those rain chances. But as we talked about, it is going to be feeling better, but still dealing with that rainfall. So heat transitions to rain. That's really the name of the game as we head over the next 24 hours. And then the heat will return at some point, like we talked about at 6. Those temperatures are climbing exponentially more than we had even today. For a hot forecast going forward. Now, taking a look there in Crenshaw, 79 degrees right now. It feels like values around 82. What you're seeing on your screen right now is remnants of what has been an active afternoon for them, especially not really in Crenshaw, but just north. So as we take a look here at the room-to-room weather center, that is really what we're tracking is just a few isolated showers that have popped up through the area, but some of those have been quite intense. Getting a look out of Caledonia, I was hoping we'd get a shot of some of that rainfall over there towards Kennedy, there in Lamar and Pickens County. But so far, I'm not seeing anything showing any signs of energetic storms. And that's a good thing because, we don't want energetic storms. Those flashes of lightning and booms of thunder, not really a recipe for success for our sleep schedule. But what we will see is some light showers still sticking around the area, with a lot of those still out towards Jasper on I-22, expected to dissolve just a bit. And the showers that were in Lamar and Pickens County still remaining in that same general area, but overall diminished greatly from what it once was. As that continues to move at about 5 miles an hour, like we've said with a lot of these storms, we'll take it up to 10. Just to walk you through, you see Shaw closer to 1010, and with more of that sporadic development without a uniform path, really, we can take it a little bit more south, and I'm going to carry it there. And you see Ethelsville 1034, Delma 1035, and Macedonia close to about 1044. So that's 5 to 10 miles an hour. That's really the extent of the moisture that we see. Expanding it just over the last 3-hour span, we are seeing a lot of. Let me make sure. Is audio okay?
Yeah, it's messing up.
Is there some feedback?
Mm-hmm. They keep buzzing and just randomly cutting out from it.
Well, we might swap them here real quick. Bear with us. I'm going to swap this so that way it'll be better for your ears at home. Test, test. Is that better? Let me know in the comments. I'm watching it now, so I apologize for that. I hope it's better. If it's not, then we'll have to change the whole. Let me see. Does that sound better?
Just randomly buzzing.
Yes, there's clear. Yeah, if there's a short or anything, we'll assess it afterwards. If it gets to be too bad, then I'll swap the entire mic pack, but I think it's sounding just a little bit better. So, yeah, so far so good. Let's hope we can make it the whole show, guys. We have one 10 o'clock we got to get through. But no, what we're tracking across the region is just better conditions altogether because a lot of those showers that were following this boundary out towards Highway 61 has since fizzled out just a bit. It might be rubbing, actually, now that I think about it. Test, test. Does that sound better? I don't know what's going on with this. So yeah, as that Highway 61 boundary has now dissolved, a lot of those showers have with it. And you're seeing that shower over and around Memphis and Hernando. That was our heaviest shower earlier today. And you can see at about 7 o'clock, that flash flood warning that was in effect then dissolved out. So that no longer a threat for folks in Memphis anymore. But it definitely did pack a punch. A lot of showers packing that heavy rainfall. And that one over there was really the energetic storm. We got some great shots even from Tupelo that will show you here in just a bit. But looking at those rainfall totals overall, I mean, it has not been overly significant, just those brief heavy showers. That one over towards Memphis, about 2 inches. Same thing towards Monroe County, about 3/4 of an inch. So the active system, it's really going to pick up tomorrow, but for today, at least pack the punch for a few isolated locations. We carry that over into the heat, and the heat is looking 10 times better with that rainfall moving in. You can see currently at 10:04 p.m., heat alerts primarily out towards Arkansas, where we are in North Mississippi, not expecting an advisory or an extreme heat warning for our forecast on our Friday. That's the good thing we can take, but it's because of that rain-cooled air. So the first 12 showing you those isolated showers picking up late hours of our Thursday, but really going to dissolve on out as we head overnight and towards tomorrow morning, staying on the drier side. So that commute should be absolutely beautiful. Just pair with a little bit of cloud cover. That low pressure center has since dissolved just a bit, so that has given folks a break down there towards Louisiana. As that wraps around a little bit of that Gulf moisture, we'll see more isolated activity, so buckle up for more showers and more scattered showers towards our forecast on our Friday, and that's really the name of the game. We've been talking about that all week long. So that low pressure center, we go ahead and I'll go back to that graphic here real quick, so bear with me. There we go. So as we take a look at Futurecast, I'm going to expand things out once again to just show you across the region what we're seeing. And it's going to be that interaction of the low as well as a frontal boundary towards our north. That frontal boundary bringing moisture into the area that will bring some scattered cloud cover. But that low is what's going to provide our moisture and that Gulf moisture to really cause a few showers by late morning, early afternoon. 6 a.m. still on the drier side, but let's carry this over into the mid to late morning. And you're seeing a lot of those showers intensify just a bit with that daytime heating. Once that sun comes up, that's all it needs to really get going. So as we head further into the late morning, you see those showers wrapping around and starting to get a little bit of that isolated activity. Late morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock on your Friday, as you can see towards Noxubee, Pickens, and Lowndes County, just kind of staying isolated right there. So, okay, I'm getting reports that it is sounding better. Is it sounding better?
It's sounding better.
Better will take better. If it's bearable, that's better. So taking a look towards the early afternoon, a lot of those showers do try to make it a little bit more north, but the further away from the low that it goes, the weaker it is. So that's what we're watching is those bands of rainfall, just how far they can reach north before they start to dissolve just a bit or at least weaken. If it weakens, that's a good thing because that means that we're seeing little impacts here in North Mississippi. Those chances really start to pick up just a bit more as we head further into the late afternoon, early evening. And that's why we have those heightened chances there by 6 to 7 o'clock with even isolated chances as we head towards 9, 10 o'clock. We'll see those chances really linger overnight and into our Saturday especially. We'll walk through that here coming up in the next 60, but we talked about that storm over in Memphis, and it was absolutely incredible to see. Even if you're on I-22 from anywhere in Lee County all the way up to DeSoto County, you're getting a great view of that storm and the heavy rainfall that came from it. So that's coming up in the next 60. We'll get a visual on that storm, just what we saw from that storm, as well as a special guest, and you might know him, coming up right here in the next 60. You get an update from him on his trip in Canada. So join us right here in the next minute, and you'll see all of that and much more.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Hey there, Gabe. Hey, everyone. We are high above Banff, the city, or I guess the town, village of Banff here in Canada, as we look out from on top of Sulphur Mountain has been kind of a cloudy day, rainy day from time to time. You can see the city below there, this kind of cool mix of clouds we have had. It's obviously been a little cool. And just from a meteorological standpoint, I've really found today kind of cool, even though most people would like to see more sunshine, just watching the way some of the clouds form, move, and kind of mist moves in and around some of the mountains here. And one of the cool things about this, we're again on top of Sulphur Mountain. And the thing that I kind of find cool is just how the upslope flow from time to time will produce some of the clouds. And then, you know, when you even get a little change in the wind direction there, it changes substantially. So I'm going to point it back here to where there's actually kind of a weather reporting station on this mountain. And even just 2 minutes ago, you couldn't see down that hill at all. We're really on the other side. So kind of cool weather-related thing there. Maybe you'll find interesting. But we've had off and on rainfall today. Most of that has mixed out. We're hoping to see a little more sunshine as we go into the remainder of today and into this afternoon. But just some beautiful vistas here. Just wanted to kind of share with y'all as we continue to enjoy our time up here in Canada. Reporting from Banff, Canada, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon, Mississippi Live Weather.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Well, did watching that at least give you a little bit of a chill? Maybe made you feel a few degrees cooler? I know for me, it didn't. Unfortunately, it's too hot of a forecast down here, but we are definitely envious of you, Matt, up there in Canada. So continue to enjoy your time and bring us back a little bit of that cooler weather. Please, we'll take it. But down here, I mean, we were getting our own picturesque sights. I know I said that yesterday with the rainbow. Today is a little bit of a different story. We had this mushroom-looking cloud off there in the distance there towards Memphis. What this is just extremely strong updrafts that were causing the storm to build in strength. There was a special weather statement issued that was up to 50-mile-an-hour gusts and lots of heavy rainfall. We're talking in excess of 2 inches in some locations. So when you have that in a brief period of time, causes those flash flooding concerns, and we'll walk through that here in just a moment. But just look at that cloud there. Milena there in Blue Mountain, a great shot of that. I mean, does it look like a mushroom? I think it does. And it's just extremely strong updrafts that cause that. Maggie in New Albany getting a good shot of that on I-22. Literally, if you're on I-22 or even 45 going north here in Tupelo, I was able to see it from 45. But the closer you got, the more it just started to tower over the top of you. Some people were reporting storm tops in excess of 45,000 feet. So that shows you how tall this was. Whenever you get that much updrafts happening, it just basically explodes over there in the tropopause, expanding out. And then that's how we get that towering effect like what we were getting over towards, I'm curious, is that cloud air distance on the side? Just a little bit. I'm sorry, the science in me is just going crazy right now looking at that. But a great shot, so thank you to both Maggie and Milena submitting those pictures, just giving us a sight of what a lot of North Mississippi was looking off in the distance and questioning, but a great sight nonetheless. But taking a look at that, at our Mississippi Live Weather radar, you can see that rainfall that happened. And this was earlier at 7:30. You can see that just continuing to build in strength. So being able to see a storm in South Haven from Tupelo was just insane. And a lot of that moisture carrying over there towards Collierville and Arlington and Bartlett. That's why that flash flood warning was in effect with rainfall in excess of very much over 1, but 2 inches per hour there in the Memphis, South Haven area. So that's why that flash flood warning was issued. I have since heard that it's been cleared, so no longer a concern. But you can see just the threats from that 2.5 inches there in such a short span of time. I mean, that's over the past 3 hours, and an inch and a quarter there towards South Haven. So that flash flood warning, no surprise why it was in effect, and those totals just continue to build. You can see over time, we're heading further into the night, and we're over 2 inches there in South Haven, just on the west side of I-55. So a busy night for some, but you're probably watching this and thinking, well, why not me? Because we're all in need of rainfall. Well, come tomorrow, a lot of us will have that answered prayer heading further into the night. Our Mississippi Live Weather radar really showing that band of moisture trying to extend just a bit north, but once it did, it's so far away from the low that it's just going to diminish in strength and not see nearly the impacts like we saw down towards Noxubee County or Kemper County. So that's the thing with these storms, is as they move further north, they're lacking that support that it needs to really keep those storms going. So for your day planner tomorrow, it depends on how far north that low goes for how much rainfall we'll receive. But we have anywhere from 30 to 40% rain chances for our afternoon and evening. So that's going to be increased rain chances than even what we had today. That's why we said, buckle up for Friday and Saturday. This is the exact reason why. The thing that it does, though, is keeps our temperatures at bay. 89 by lunchtime. Lunchtime today, I believe, was about 92. And then 3 p.m., we're seeing 91. Today, in some areas, we're talking about 95, 96. So that is a much better scene than what we had today, and a little something we can look forward to with all of the rainfall. So walking through that on Futurecast, we can see the last of that moisture does clear on out. That storm over there towards Lamar County, now a moderate shower and soon to be non-existent. But that'll just carry over into the overnight hours with a lot of that activity just subsiding and entering a much calmer atmosphere. But by 7 a.m., that sun rises, 5:30, 6 o'clock. And once that rises, it adds that heating mechanism back into the atmosphere to really get these storms going once again. So we're paying attention from 7 a.m. all the way into the afternoon for showers to really start. Low temperatures, mid-70s across the region. So that's that warmer start to the day like we were talking about. And we only go up from there. So Futurecast into the rest of our morning, really starting to pick up with a lot of that, first off, cloud cover from that frontal system, but then it moves into the southerly wind blowing in a little bit of that moisture from the Gulf. And that's what's going to cause those rain chances to move in by late morning, early afternoon for a few locations, primarily south of 82 at first. But as we head further into the afternoon, those showers become a little bit more populated and are going to be still pretty intense for this far north of that low. I do want to say, you saw how it was that darker red down there towards Aliceville, but as soon as it reaches Gordo and Reform, starts to reach more of that yellow and green. So that shows you the further north it goes, the weaker it gets. But that low ends up going a little bit more north, and as it goes north, it'll take these storms with it and make the folks to the north, Lamar County, and towards Clay, Webster County, see a little bit more intense storms heading into our Friday afternoon. So where the low goes, so do the storms. And so a lot of those, 6 p.m., still seeing those pop up south of Highway 82, but they are trending a bit more north into our Friday evening and really into our Saturday as well. Entering this atmosphere that is still very hot and very muggy. We're talking low 90s for our high temperatures Friday, with heat indices still in the triple digits. While it is still a few degrees cooler and a step down from where we're at today, with the moist atmosphere, it's definitely going to allow those storms to continue to build further into our afternoon. We just need that sun to set, and then all those chances do subside. And we'll see that right here, 8 p.m., a lot of those showers and storms transitioning to moderate showers before transitioning to evaporation. So not going to see any of that linger for too much longer. But overnight, we do see some isolated chances of showers and storms. You see that right there, just moving through the area, probably forming a boundary or two as it moves through Lafayette, Yalobusha, and into Union and Alcorn and Prentiss County. So transitioning through the area, and probably not going to be this exact location, but gives a good tell that there will be a chance at a few showers into the overnight hours. So we are paying attention to that just a bit more, but not severe, just going to be maybe a few rumbles of thunder max with that storm. Into the morning, that's where those showers continue to pick up, and really by early afternoon, all of us going to be getting those chances of showers and storms, still sticking around that same threshold, but these bands wrapping around that low pressure center, that's going to provide us those primary chances of rainfall. The closer it sticks to the Mississippi River, the more likely we are to see those showers here in North Mississippi. Carrying that over into the 5 and 6 o'clock hour, those showers and storms continue to just stay over the top of the same general area. So that is going to be something we'll be tracking into Saturday at 6. I'll be with you guys then, and then even Saturday at 10 as those showers start to calm down just a bit. So this is going to be a much calmer forecast overnight, but still a very active pattern that will even linger into parts of our Sunday. So even though Sunday starts off calm, don't worry, it's not going to be calm forever. More rain showers are possible across North Mississippi. High temperatures with all of that rain-cooled air, a lot more locations coming into the 80s, 87 Oxford, 88 Holly Springs, 89 over and around Corinth, even as far south as Kosciuszko, talking about 89 degrees for high temperatures Saturday with all of that rain-cooled air. And a lot of us coming in with double digits. I mean, 91 in Oxford for heat indices is not a bad sign. 98 Senatobia, 99 South Haven, and 94 over and around Red Bay. So that is the thing we can look forward to. That is the good in our forecast, and current alerts are showing that heat still sticking out there towards the Mississippi River. Not expecting those advisories to continue for too much longer. We might see a few counties in the Delta be included as those drier conditions remain in place for a little bit longer, but that's what we're paying attention to, is if it will. But if it doesn't, it's still going to be hot and muggy enough to where we need to go ahead and prepare. The flash flood threat for tomorrow, you can see where it's the highest. I mean, down along the coast, that makes sense. But even as we head in further north, we're in that marginal risk for some flooding rainfall. So it's not out of the question when these showers and storms do form, being that they're over the same general area, that's going to accumulate to a lot of rainfall over a short period of time. Could be 2 to 3 inches in some spots. That can cause some isolated flash flooding depending on the location that it sits over. So we're paying attention to that, but also the flash flooding threat for Saturday. As that low moves through Louisiana and through Arkansas, with us being on that right side of the storm, and really, I mean, the heart of that storm as it moves over the Mississippi River, watching the chance at a few locations getting 2 to 3 inches of rainfall and causing some flash flooding. But the threat's going to be further north for our Saturday. So here, it's those isolated showers. If they line up just perfectly, that's where that flash flood threat comes into play. Forecasted rainfall over the next 3 days, we're talking about a ½ inch to maybe an inch in some locations, but where these areas are that get the, I'll say an onslaught, but get the most rainfall, it's going to be the ones that continue to develop more showers over the same area over a short period of time that causes those flash flooding concerns. So if you see an inch, don't let that fool you. It could be an inch Amory, and then that ½ inch that happens over towards Houston could move over to Amory as well. And I'm using Amory as an example, but that just shows you that it doesn't take much for these showers and storms to develop over the top of one specific location to really cause some flash flooding concerns. So looking at that extended forecast, we'll see those chances stick around for Friday and Saturday, even towards Sunday. But by Monday, those showers start to get a little bit lighter, and then the heat moves into the forecast. So we are paying attention to that and further into next week with those hot temperatures inbound. So if you thought it was hot, well, don't worry, we just get hotter towards next week. A little something we don't want to look forward to, but what we can look forward to are the cooler conditions with these rain chances. So we'll be tracking that tomorrow at 5, 6, and 10. Make sure to have that rain gear handy tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be updating you all throughout the day. And of course, make sure you have the app on your app store today. Here's your links to go do that. iOS and Android, scan that QR code on your screen. It'll take you to the app store and download that free app today. Again, thank you for joining us tonight on Mississippi Live Weather at 10. We appreciate you taking the time, and we hope that you stay as dry as you can tomorrow, but enjoy the cooler temperatures. Have a great night.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.